Diamonds, private jets, and enough gold to blind a dragon. What am I describing? The life of a Hollywood superstar? Nope. This is the reality for King Maha Vajiralongkorn of Thailand, a man whose wealth makes Scrooge McDuck look like a pauper. Now, before you click away thinking trillionaire king sounds fake, let me assure you this is no fairy tale. King Vajiralongkorn is estimated to be worth a staggering $43 billion, making him the richest monarch in the world. But how did he amass such a fortune, and what does he spend it on? From his jaw-dropping palace collection to his fleet of cars that would make Elon Musk jealous, we're diving deep into the king's extravagant life. So are you ready to peek behind the curtain and see how the other half, or should I say the one in a billionth, lives? Buckle up, because this is one royal ride you won't want to miss. Is the king living the dream, or is there more to this gilded cage than meets the eye? Is there more to this story? Join me as we peel back the layers and explore the truth behind the headlines. We mentioned the Grand Palace, right? Think Buckingham Palace on steroids, folks. This sprawling complex isn't just a residence, it's a whole city within a city, complete with temples, gardens, and enough gold to make Midas blush. Imagine intricate mosaics glinting in the sun, shimmering spires reaching for the sky, and craftsmanship so detailed it would make Michelangelo himself say, "Whoa, dude." Yeah, that's the kind of place we're talking about. And guess what? The Grand Palace is just the tip of the iceberg. A very sparkly, diamond-encrusted iceberg, that is. When King Maha Vajiralongkorn took the throne, he inherited a treasure trove of properties that would make any billionaire drool. We're talking 19 palaces, each one more opulent than the last. Take the Bangparin Royal Palace, for example. This architectural gem dates back centuries, boasting a fusion of Thai, Chinese, and European influences. It's like a history lesson come to life, with beautiful pagodas, tranquil gardens, and enough twists and turns to keep you exploring for days. Or check out the Dusit Palace complex. This sprawling masterpiece was built by a visionary king who dreamed of a modern yet traditional retreat. Inside, you'll find the Vimanmek Mansion, the world's largest teakwood building, big enough to fit your entire neighborhood, and their pet unicorns, probably. But don't forget the Chitralada Royal Villa, a place close to the hearts of many Thais. This serene haven served as the late King Bhumibol's home for decades, and now houses Queen Sirikit. It's a peaceful oasis amidst the bustle of Bangkok, a testament to the importance of family and tradition. These are just a few of the king's incredible properties, each with its own story and significance. We've been exploring the king's impressive collection of Thai palaces, each one a jewel in the crown, right? But guess what? His real estate game goes way beyond Thailand's borders. Imagine sprawling villas in Europe tucked away in picturesque towns and whispering promises of luxury and privacy. That's the kind of life the king enjoys when he needs a break from his royal duties. In Germany, he owns a stunning lakeside villa, perfect for serene mornings and leisurely strolls, and when he's feeling more like hitting the slopes, he retreats to a swanky hotel in the Bavarian Alps. Talk about living the high life, am I right? Now, some folks in Thailand might not be too thrilled about all this jet setting. They say a king should be focused on his people, not lounging in European mansions. But hey, everyone needs a vacation sometimes, right? Especially when you have the resources to afford it. Speaking of resources, let's talk about the king's other toys. We're not just talking teddy bears and board games here. This guy has a car collection that would make Elon Musk jealous. We're talking Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, Ferraris, the kind of rides that turn heads and scream millionaire. These aren't just cars, they're statements of power, wealth, and, let's be honest, a whole lot of good taste, and maybe a sprinkle of extravagance. So the king's got the palaces, the private jets, the fancy cars. Is there anything he doesn't have? Loving this peek into the king's opulent world, right? Who knew royalty had such amazing taste? But remember, this is just the first course in our extravagant feast. If you want to stay tuned for more mind-blowing insights into private jets, priceless collections, and all things luxury, be sure to hit the like button. It fuels our research into the finer things. Got to keep those champagne wishes flowing, right? Leave a comment below. Tell us what you're curious about. Maybe you have a specific palace you're dying to see inside? Subscribe to Wealthbound. We're your passport to the world of the finer things in life without the need for a royal bank account. Let's keep exploring the world of the extraordinary together as we've seen the king's incredible real estate and his jaw-dropping car collection. But let me tell you, his love for luxury doesn't stop there. This guy has a treasure trove that would make Aladdin blush. Imagine sparkling diamonds bigger than your fist, rubies the color of a dragon's heart, and emeralds so green they could make the Irish jealous. That's just a taste of the king's gem collection, folks. His crown jewel, the Golden Jubilee diamond, a yellow monster weighing over 500 carats. Just holding that thing would probably give you superpowers, or at least a serious case of bling blindness. But the king's not just about shiny rocks, he's also an art aficionado, with a collection that would make any museum curator drool. Think priceless paintings by masters, sculptures that whisper ancient stories, and artifacts so rare they could rewrite history. And where does he keep these treasures? In opulent galleries fit for a king, of course. Every corner of his palaces is like a mini-museum, showcasing his passion and, let's be honest, his serious wealth. Now remember, the king's not just a collector of cool stuff, he's also a major player in the world of business. We're talking real estate empires, banking kingdoms, and telecom towers galore. These investments are like magic money trees, constantly adding to his already overflowing treasure chest. It's safe to say he's not exactly struggling to make ends meet, unless his definition of ends meet involves buying a new private jet every week. And so the king's wealth is more than just palaces and cars, it's a treasure trove of gems, art, and business savvy. Enter the Crown Property Bureau, basically the royal version of Scrooge McDuck's money bin. This bureau manages a crazy, huge portfolio of land, businesses, and investments, all generating income that flows straight into the monarchy's pockets. Think hotels, shopping malls, even entire islands. You name it, they probably own it and rent it out for a kingly sum. Let's talk about the spending side of things. This king knows how to throw a party. We're talking lavish celebrations fit for royalty. Private jets become his personal taxis, and luxury yachts his preferred mode of seafaring. Every indulgence screams opulence, and now the exact numbers might be a royal secret, but there's no denying the king's wealth is beyond imagination. From sparkling gems to sprawling estates, his life is a masterclass in luxury. Whether you see it as awe-inspiring or eye-opening, one thing's for sure, it's a story worth exploring. Ever wondered how a prince becomes a king? Buckle up, because we're diving into the early life and education of Thailand's current monarch, King Maha Vajiralongkorn, also known as Rama X. Born in 1952 in the bustling heart of Bangkok, he wasn't just any kid. He was destined for greatness, the only son of the beloved King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Queen Sirikit. His education was a fascinating blend of tradition and modernity. Early on, he soaked up the rich Thai heritage, learning the language, customs, and history that shaped his nation. But his journey didn't stop there. He ventured abroad to places like the UK and Australia, where he encountered different perspectives and cultures. Remember, this was a future king, and understanding the world was crucial. He wasn't just studying textbooks, though. He enrolled in prestigious institutions like King's Me School and the Royal Military College. Imagine him as a young prince mastering military tactics and becoming a qualified pilot. Talk about skills fit for a future leader. But his commitment to his country went beyond military might. He also had a soft spot for social development. Hospitals, agricultural projects, even education initiatives. You name it, he was involved. This wasn't just about duty, it was about the well-being of his people. Finally, in 2016, a new chapter began. His beloved father, King Bhumibol, passed away, and Maha Vajiralongkorn ascended the throne. He became Rama X, the 10th monarch of the Chakri dynasty. The weight of history sat on his shoulders, but his education and experiences had prepared him for this very moment. One thing's for sure, the journey from prince to king is a fascinating one. And it all started with education, ambition, and a heart for his nation. Well, folks, that's the end of another royal adventure. We've delved into the life and legacy of King Maha Vajiralongkorn, a man who's both fascinating and, well, let's just say complex. But hey, that's what makes history so interesting, right? It's not always black and white, but a tapestry woven with threads of ambition, tradition, and sometimes a whole lot of bling. Remember, there's always more to the story than meets the eye, so keep your curiosity alive, keep asking questions, and who knows, you might just become a royal history buff yourself. So until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and remember, even kings got to start somewhere.